No, I prayed some prayers some years ago, and I prayed fervently about it. I was going to serve after my university days. I wanted to serve, but I wanted to serve in a particular place because I had some investments there. And I prayed, and then the list came out, and I wasn't posted to the state I desired. And I felt like, wow. But I prayed about it, God didn't answer me. Fast forward to many years after, I was just meditating one morning, and God brought up that conversation. And the Lord reminded me of that prayer that I thought He didn't answer. I thank God for the many prayers He answered by not granting my heart desire. Isn't that like a paradox? That your heart desire was not granted, but that was the answer to your prayer. You know, sometimes we pray, we are like patients that go to the doctor, and we tell the doctor what is happening to us, but we also prescribe the medication. Say, doctor, please, could you write for me chloroquine or something like that? You tell the doctor the prescription to write. And many times we go to God with recommendations too. In fact, some of us are not just recommending, we are prescribing. And God smiles in heaven and says, son, daughter, calm down. I know exactly what you want, but your prescription won't get you there. And many years after, you really realize that truly, God, He heard my prayers. But what He did not do was to grant me my heart desire. But I arrived at my destination. I couldn't have gotten there with the prescription that I had. That's why you must get to a point in your life where whether God grants your heart desires or not, you know that He has answered your prayers. He says, I know the thoughts that I think towards you, saith the Lord, thought of peace, not of evil, to grant you an expected end. I want you to also not be casual with your praises. Be deliberate about it. Jesus healed some lepers, right? He didn't heal them immediately. He told them to go. And while on their way, they got healed, right? And one of them came back to say, I got healed, thank you. And the Bible was so particular to say, and that the only one that came back was a Samaritan. And what did Jesus say? Jesus looked up and said, what, they are not 10 healed? How is it that only one has come? It only means that even for Jesus, He was expecting that the moment of discovery of a divine intervention should have brought them back to Him. When it says, and He was the Samaritan, we can safely deduce that the others were Israelites, were Jewish, and not, from Samaria. And He was the only one that was not too familiar with Jesus. He was the only one who was not too familiar with a miracle. He was the only one who probably either didn't know the background of Jesus or just said, this is a lot. He came back. He was not too busy to thank God. Don't be casual with your praises.